Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome once again to the United Regional Chamber's weekly update. We try to bring on some interesting guests and some events and happenings around the area. Today, I'm very pleased to bring on Miss Ashleigh Walsh from the Literacy Center, a resource that we have in the city of Attleboro that helps out many of the communities around with many different things. But we're going to ask Ashleigh some questions and let her answer them for us. So, Miss Ashleigh, welcome to the show.
Thank you. Happy to be here.
All right, first, tell us about you and what you do there at the Literacy Center.
Sure. So, my name is Ashleigh Walsh. I am the development manager over at the Literacy Center, which means that I write grants and work on fundraising for our nonprofit. I am also a pretty much lifelong Attleboro resident, so I'm very connected to the community, and I love the work that we do.
Well, speaking of the work that you do, tell us about the Literacy Center and what it does.
So, the Literacy Center is an adult education provider. We are a 501c3 nonprofit in the area. We were founded in 1988 by a group of volunteers. We used to run out of the library, and now we are very lucky to be located in this beautiful white building right next door to the Attleboro Public Library. We provide classes to pretty much anybody who needs them. Most of our classes are English for speakers of other languages, digital literacy, and English conversation. We also do US citizenship preparation, and we have over 50 tutors who work one on one with students who don't fit into any of those categories or whose schedule doesn't fit TLC's class schedule.
Well, I know that we went through a very challenging time, back a couple of years ago here with COVID, and you switched to a lot of online stuff. Do you still do the online? And what's the percentage of online compared to the in person folks that come in?
Yes, so we still offer almost all of our classes both online or in person now these days. It's about a 50-50 split. We have quite a number of classes at all levels online as well as in person. Our digital literacy classes are only in person, so those are right here at the building. And we offer classes during the day, in the evening, and on the weekend.
Well, I know it's been a challenge, and especially with all this new administration stuff, raising funds. Where do the funds come from to fund the Literacy Center?
So we're funded by a combination of different streams. We are funded by several different grants. One of our largest is through the Massachusetts Department of Education, but we are also funded by a number of private grant grant foundations, a number of financial institutions, and then we also fundraise privately. So through events like our international tasting, and through individual donations from the community.
And that is just the perfect lead in. Tell us about the international tasting.
So, the Literacy Center has been hosting an international tasting event for the past 12 years. This will be our 12th event. And the international tasting is basically a celebration of everything that TLC does, and also a celebration of the really diverse food offerings in this area. We invite over a dozen local restaurants and food vendors, beverage vendors, to bring tastings from their menus to the event. And so guests can enjoy small bites from all different kinds of restaurants. It's a great way to discover new restaurants in the area, as well as like fan favorites like the Burgundian, who've been coming to our event for the last 6 years or so. Um, and Yeah, it's just a wonderful night. We host it at Five Bridge Inn in Rehoboth. This year's event will be on May 21st at 5:30 in the evening, and tickets are now on sale.
I've had the opportunity to go for many years. I can't say I've gone for all 12, but I've gone for many of them. The food is fantastic. The folks you get to meet. And one of the other things, as we're coming out of a winter, it's kind of like old home week, too. You see a lot of folks that you haven't seen over the winter time or you haven't seen in a little while. You get to talk a little bit, taste the fabulous variety of foods that are up there. But there's also an opportunity to get some silent auction items. Tell us about that.
So we do host a silent auction as part of the event. We really try to look for unique silent auction items. So we do quite a lot of experiences. such as like last year we had a weekend at the Biltmore Hotel in downtown Providence. We do different experiences, golfing outings, as well as your traditional silent auction items. We have traditionally offered a family membership to the Attleboro Arts Museum, so we collaborate with some of our community partners too.
Well, it's a great event, and if you haven't had the opportunity to attend, again, as Ashley mentioned, it's at the Five Bridges Inn out there in Rehoboth, an absolutely spectacular place, especially after they've done the renovations over the past couple of years. There's a lot of weddings and things that happen out there. Um, how else can people support the tasting as well as the Literacy Center besides buying tickets?
So for the tasting, if you are interested in sponsoring the event or donating items to our silent auction, we would love to hear from you. Otherwise, just sharing the word, making sure that people are aware of the event. We have, as I mentioned, tickets are on sale now. Our early bird tickets will be available until next Tuesday, April 8th, and then general admission after that. And in terms of general involvement with TLC, we are always looking for volunteers to be a part of our tutoring program, to do one-on-one tutoring with students here at the Literacy Center. And if that's something that's interesting to you in any way, please reach out. Our volunteer coordinator, Evan, is wonderful to talk with. And even if you don't end up committing, he would love to have a conversation about what we do and how else you can be involved.
Well, we might have to tempt Evan to come on this show as well and tell us a bunch more. Um, but it's great to have you on the show. Thank you very much for taking the time. I know it's just a quick few minutes, and hopefully we can promote the tastings. It is coming up again. Let's go over the date and time again. Go ahead.
Sure. So the international tasting will take place on May 21st from 5:30 to 8 p.m. at Five Bridge Inn in Rehoboth. And tickets
Awesome.
are on sale, early bird tickets available until April 8th, and then general admissions after that.
I already bought my ticket, so I got the early bird
Perfect.
special because you save a couple of bucks.
I'd love to hear it.
Yes. Well, Ashleigh Walsh from the Literacy Center here in Attleboro. Thank you very much for taking the time to come on the show, talk a little bit about the Literacy Center, and tempt everybody with this tasting that's coming up. Any final words for us?
Thank you for having me on. And please, if anyone ever has any questions about what we do at the Literacy Center, we're always open. 4 days a week, we're here in person, and you can always drop by and have a chat.
Awesome. Well, shout out again to James Friedman and the team over there at AACS. They put up with me every week, and they do an awful lot for the community. We really appreciate all the things that they do for us. So, Ashleigh Walsh, thank you once again. Folks, thanks for joining us, and please, everybody, stay safe.